Anybody want to sail across the ocean in hurricane season in a 6.5 meter boat? This is the place for you. These boats are 6.5 meters long, and in 2 days, they're crossing the Atlantic in hurricane season. Meanwhile, we're trying not to get caught out in storms. Same ocean, very different plans.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me.
We're leaving Pornichet, home of some of the fastest trimarans in the world, and heading south in the Bay of Biscay. It's September, which means we get days like this, and days we really don't want to meet. The plan is simple: a short stop on Ile d'Yeu, and then on to Les Sables d'Olonne, where things get a lot more interesting. Because this is Biscay in September, they're not hurricanes anymore by the time they get here, but what reaches here still packs a punch, 40 to 50 knots, and seas that can build fast, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters. The boat can handle it, but we'd rather not. So the goal is simple: keep moving, keep exploring, and stay ahead of it.
But today we are headed to this island, Ile d'Yeu. And I'm sure I murdered that, and I apologize to anybody who speaks French. It's a small island, and we're actually looking forward to it. It's supposed to be beautiful on this island. It has ended up being a beautiful day. Unfortunately, we've had the motor.
Of course, the wind has other ideas. Right on the nose, again. So today, at least part of the day, we're a motorboat.
And there's the happy captain.
Sunny, finally.
Yes, finally. He took my spot, because his spot is over here, and it's in the shade. So it's time for me to start to prepare the boat for docking, which means, because we've never covered this before, I put out the docking lines on both sides of the boat, both the starboard and the port. 2 at the bow, 2 here at midship, and then 2 at the stern, back where the captain's sitting. Why those 3 places? We put 1 at the midship for the purposes of stopping the boat. And then, of course, the bow and the stern to keep it straight. It turned out to be a beautiful day. The sea state's okay. Breezy here was having a good time sailing for quite a while, and we'll see you on the dock. Well, we've arrived on Ile d'Yeu, as it says there. And it was a shaky start as we left the marina, but this is quite lovely. They have lots of ferries. Even over there in that big building is a ferry.
Everybody wants to get off this rock?
No. He keeps saying negative stuff. It's not very nice.
Oh, it's very nice.
They have shutters on all the houses. Show you. Okay, and they have shutter latches. And the question is, a dude or a dudette? This is a dudette.
Next one.
So these are very pretty. Look at that. She has long hair. Really nice.
Ah, an autre Renault 2CV. These things are cool. So small. Only 3 studs holding on, or 3 bolts holding on each wheel. Flip down side windows. Tiny, tiny. If I remember correctly, they're 2-stroke engines. Mix the gas and the oil. Amazing. Several of them we've seen on this little island. Love it. Ile d'Yeu wasn't in our plans, but it fit with the weather, so we took it. Small island, quiet, the kind of place you don't expect, but end up really liking. Walking around because I broke something yesterday, and now our sink isn't working properly. This thing, the drain for the sink, the nut on the bottom broke. I have a snapshot of that. So I'm here at Monsieur Bricolage, and hopefully Monsieur Bricolage, where is he? There it is. Monsieur Bricolage has what I need. Quick fix, hopefully. By the way, if there's someone out there who knows a place to get this sink refurbished, it's got a few rust holes in the bottom, somebody can weld it up and polish it up, please drop us a note. We'd really like to keep the original sink, the original texture of this classic boat. If all goes well, we'll end up this day in Les Sables d'Olonne. You sailing fans will know the name of that place, Les Sables d'Olonne. I really like Ile d'Yeu. It wasn't our plan, but we came here because it made sense on our routing, and it's a really nice little town. And we got to spend an afternoon walking around and seeing it. And we struggled where to go from here because a lot of places are either busy or not deep enough. Same old story. But we think, speaking to our neighbors, that we can get into Les Sables d'Olonne tonight, even though they told us yesterday we could not. Because our Danish neighbors were leaving this morning and said they were going there. I said, how was that? They said they're in the outer harbor. So this time, instead of calling the main harbor in Les Sables d'Olonne, we called the outer, smaller harbor. And they said, sure. So that's where we're going. Wish us luck. So where's the breeze? There she is down there. You can just make out the Canadian flag and the black mast. Getting ready to leave. Can't leave quite yet. Tide's too low. We'll get stuck in the channel coming out of here. This harbor's deep enough, but the channel's only about 1.5 meters at low tide. Coming off a low tide, we should be able to get out of here about 10:30 or 11 o'clock this morning to make the 30 miles to Les Sables d'Olonne. And looking at the wind on that Canadian flag on the back of our boat, we may not be a sailboat today. We may be a motorboat today. We'll see. Ciao to our neighbors. These guys get to head out because they must have a little less draft than us. Now we need to move, but timing matters, again. Too early, we'll run aground trying to get in here. Too late, we miss the weather window. Then we end up navigating a new place in the dark, again. We won! Oh no, we didn't. But we made it here anyways. Les Sables d'Olonne. And when they finish the race, they all come in with their flares and they're jumping and they're dancing. And they have a support crew of about 100, and there's 100 other boats with them. We're all by ourselves. But it's still cool. Very cool. We arrive at Les Sables d'Olonne, which literally translates the sands of Olonne, a beautiful beach town. Also a working port, a sailing town, and home of some of the toughest races in the world.
He has the right of way.
Yep, I'm restricted in my draft.
He doesn't know that.
I'm watching. Minutes.
Okay. Like, I wonder how many times this place is like massively filled up with people screaming for people for the boats to be in. Because after a while, like from day 70 to day 100.
First couple, the winner, and the next couple, I'm sure it's 1,000. And our berth is India 5. And Libra should be on the second pontoon on the far side, so maybe they can grab our lines. Hey, you see the Viking ship? The Vikings got here before us. That's a common thing. Okay, the second one is that's ours. They got cleats on the end one. I'm going to make this turn. How close am I? 3 feet?
Yeah, I like them.
You could do that in Walkerville on the iron walker silos on the river.
I really like those. So I'm going to go into active captain and put the right phone number for this marina. It
That's
doesn't
a good
go
idea.
to that marina.
And they tell you can't get in.
Right.
You could even put that comment. We phoned the other phone number.
3 times.
And they told we weren't. There was no space, no space, no space. This is where the Vendée Globe begins. Solo, non-stop race around the world. No stops, no assistance, just one sailor, and everything the ocean throws at them for 3 months. They leave from here and eventually come back here, if everything goes right. Hats off to Pip Hare from the last race, who was dismasted off Australia. And right now, another race is about to start. Not the Vendée Globe, but the Mini Transat.
So this is the Mini Transat. It's a Vendée race, and these are the boats. There's a whole slew of them. There's going to be 90 participants, and they leave in 2 days. Exciting stuff here. This guy's climbing the mast. They will do this out in the middle of the Atlantic if necessary. Crazy buggers.
These 6.5 meter boats, a little more than 20 feet long, crossing 4,500 miles of ocean, solo, half the size of our boat in length.
So here we are on the docks of the Mini Transat, which is the transatlantic, and these are the small boats. They are small. Woo! That they're 6.5 meters, and they will go across the Atlantic here to La Palma and then over to Guadeloupe. Some are foiling. I don't know if you can see the foils, but they wrap up on the sides. Right about here. Some are not.
Some fly on foils, some don't. Some are built for speed, others for survival. All of them are pushing it.
So concentrating, planning, packing. So we were reading, the fastest that I went is 23 knots, 317 miles in a day. So 6 days to get to La Palma, and then maybe 10 days to get to Guadeloupe. So pretty incredible, right? Lots of planning, lots of thinking.
Different levels of technology, different levels of funding, sponsorships. He's got blades instead of foils, right? He's got dagger boards.
So these are dagger boards, the white thing you're looking at there, versus the foils that I showed you earlier, pointed out earlier.
This cockpit, no protection.
Most of these don't have protection. Some have a little overhang, but for the most part, no. And I think for the most part, just like on the Vendée Globe, they spend most of their time inside the boat. Which, I don't know if you can see in there, but you can't see in there. It's not very big. Okay, well, no thank you.
Oh, and it's September, so it's hurricane season.
There are 2 categories. That's it for the race. Some have none. Yum. Call it an extreme way to diet. And the thing is that they cannot get fatigued, because that's the worst thing to do on a boat, is to be fatigued. Here's a perfect shot of a scow bow. So behind it, you see an old-fashioned IOR type boat design. That's the white hull with the blue stripes with a regular raked bow. And in front here on this 1073 boat, that is a scow bow. And it looks a lot like a motorboat, a powerboat, and that's because its idea is to rise right over the waves, not plow through. And it looks like a lot of them have deployed that technology this year if they could afford it. These guys are insane.
Going across the ocean in hurricane season on a 20-foot boat?
Nope. For those who haven't made the connection, this is where you start the Vendée Globe, which is the around the world race solo. They leave out of here and they go around the Horn of Africa and through the Indian Ocean, past New Zealand, and come up around Cape Horn in South America.
They're 60 feet long.
Yeah, they're 3 times the length of these boats. Takes them, I think this year the fastest one was just short of 70 days. Ah, that one's out of Guernsey. We've been there several times this year. Good on them. Good on these guys, period.
If I was 20 years younger.
Just put your butt in the boat and go.
We found some French Vikings on the Olonne de Olonne. Cool. Be nice to go for a sail on this thing. As long as I didn't have to row too much. Big stack of oars over there. We're waiting for the right weather window, and these guys are leaving into one. Same ocean, different mindset. For us, the season is starting to wind down. The weather's changing, the good sailing windows are getting smaller, but there's still more to see. A few more stops, a few more repairs, and a few more good days like this. After all, life's a breeze on the breeze. Next time, as we keep moving around the bay, discovering more small towns, marinas, and boulangeries, and we have a couple more adventures up our sleeves still, so we'll see you soon. From a winery in Bordeaux. What a journey. Thanks for watching. Aaron and Marie. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Subscribe and get notifications to catch all our latest contents. Leave us a comment. We love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed the video, let us know with a like. Thank you for watching. We'll see you somewhere beyond the sea.